I can understand him being a kid, but he grew up in it, but he killed a lot of people, and he spent a lot of time with Askeladd's crew, pillaging people, ruining families outside of the king's jurisdiction. And yes, he fought in wars, which there's more of an argument to be there, but that is not an argument
also
for
a veteran, technically. Forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me.
Everyone's a veteran, not time.
Everyone's a veteran.
Yeah, time technically.
Veteran, you're a veteran. Yeah. What were you fighting? The Pussy War.
I said that. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Brother Complex podcast. Another Monday with us for brothers. So today we're going to start with Anime Court, as we usually do. I can't remember if it was Anime Court or Brother Court that we called it. So as we usually do, so we're going to have a juror, a jury, defendant and prosecutor.
A juror?
We're going to explain. That's what I said.
You said a juror.
That's what... when we get to it, we'll explain a little bit more. And then we're going to do my main segment, which is going to be a little bit of a new game that I'm going to introduce. So without further ado, going to the business side a little, please do subscribe. It does help us go nowhere. And please like and, leave a comment, especially with Brother Verdicts, because we make it about you. So if you want to actually be more interactive, which you comment.
That's on Fridays, though.
Comment once, it's on Fridays.
That's not on this episode.
I just want to...
but when they watch it, they'll actually do it for fucking Friday, won't they?
No, actually.
And I just want to say, we normally do, if you know us a little bit, which you don't, because no one watches. But if you know, we normally do games, we have punishments. That haircut wasn't one of them. He just choked it out of the eye, so let's start with.
He went to the bar that was like, make me look look like Chicken Little as much as you can.
For 15 quid, just fuck me up.
Chat fucks will win my haircut.
Anyway, we do also have social media down below, short form, TikTok, Instagram, if you want to check
He's already done that, John, bro. He already done that, John.
Did you even say
that? Yeah, he said that we're not going to go
there. Judge properly. Regardless, no one's watching this part anyway, so.
This is the trial of Thorfinn from Vinlandsaga. I'm going to be the judge for this trial, followed by Thiago being the jury. Rafa is prosecutor and Danny is the defendant. So, let's get on to it. So, first I'm going to list the crimes that Thorfinn has committed. Okay. So, murder. Let's start with that.
Allegedly.
Alleged murder. Alleged rampage of villages. He also attempted consistent attemptment of murder of the blonde guy. I can't remember his name.
Askeladd.
Askeladd, yeah.
Isn't that just murder?
No, it's attempted.
Attempted. You got to separate them.
You actually do.
And
you actually do separate. They're two different charges.
apart from that, I think that's it.
Pillaging,
rampaging.
I don't remember him doing that. After the first 5 minutes.
No, I don't think he actually did it.
He didn't anyone. I think that's everything. So without if the defender remembers anything, tell me. Without any further ado,
The defender.
let's start with the.
We normally start with the defense.
Yeah.
So
the
the
defense
defense first.
defense goes first.
I think we have to keep in mind, banging that hard, they hear shit. We gotta keep in mind the time, right? We're 1950s, right? So
it's normal too.
So no woman, no, right?
Probably definitely not 1950s.
No,
after
it's
way after
the Second World War. 1800. So no woman overall. So we're talking about Viking era, right?
Yeah.
Killing was like going grocery shopping. Now, he was not killing per se. He was part of an army, right? So I'm not gonna deny that he might have stabbed here and there, which might have led to an unfortunate outcome of events, which ended up in the loss of life. No, so I'm not disputing that. However, the reason of why he was doing those actions in the first place was because of not only the era he was in, because obviously we were a space-time continuum court. We got to keep this shit in mind. Not only the product of the era he was in, he was also technically working for Askeladd, which at one point he worked for the king, which means he is pardoned for all of his crimes because he worked for a king. So that's an important input to take in jury that he did work for the king, so technically.
Are we getting the king on the sun? Or?
That's but objection, I guess. I didn't want to interrupt, but he was never pardoned in the show, even when did he or did he not work for the king? What
did he or did he not work for the king? Sure, did he or did he not work for the king? That's right.
I'm not even sure. Did he?
Yes, he did.
Jury, keep your mouth shut. You don't talk.
Well, he was protecting him.
That's the prince. The king ordered them to protect the prince on the journey.
Yeah.
So that's him working for the king. And that's the whole thing of after end of season 1. And after, it's the whole thing of them being with the king and
No. He wasn't. They weren't. They were only allegedly working for the king because one of the top. Let me speak. Because one of the commanders, the guy that was the teammate of Thor's, his dad, got Askeladd under the ropes, like without the king knowing, to actually kill Thor. That's how the season starts. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong.
But I'm not talking about when season starts.
Yeah, but they weren't actually.
I'm glad you're talking about TV. I'm talking about.
No, so they weren't actually.
Shut the fuck up.
What he said.
But he's spouting nonsense.
I'm not spouting nonsense. It is a
We'll
known
talk about
fact that his team, Askeladd, and which by turn
I remember
Thorfinn,
now, yeah.
were sent to protect Canute, the prince of the king, and at the end they meet up with the king in that party, and it's where unfortunate events of Askeladd killing the king occur. But there's obviously Askeladd does not understand it.
Did you just?
That's Askeladd. Thorfinn didn't do anything. Thorfinn wasn't the one that fucking murdered him.
You see, they just confuse his character.
So
You see, the
regardless,
jury's a fast
he
shit.
was working for the king. He was in the presence of the king as a party protecting the prince, which would pardon any killing that he had done. And not only that, considering the area he was in, and how he got indoctrinated into his life at a very, very young age, I don't think you can contest my defendant. Not defendant. I'm the defender. He's what?
Prosecutor?
No. Motherfucker.
The
Thorfinn.
client.
Oh,
My client.
yeah.
Thank you very much. My brain spasm. You cannot say he's guilty. If anything, is Askeladd that he's guilty, or the king for ordering around. But you can't say king is guilty, you dumb bitch. What do you have to say about that? You have anything?
Yeah, so there's a few points that I disagree, which basically all your points because you're a fucking chud. First, he was never actually working for the king. It's what I was gonna say. Askeladd was ordered by the one of the high generals without the king's approval to kill Thor's.
I'm not talking about that.
So, and from then on,
Objection.
Askeladd
Irrelevant.
wasn't working. No, that is irrelevant because that's the only connection to the king they have.
Let him speak.
Objection. That's
Let him
incorrect.
Jury, am I correct?
The only that's not yes. He was ordered by the general of the army to kill Thor's.
What
But I'm
scene?
not talking
Then
about
Paul will give me a moment where you see king give orders to a general to give orders to Askeladd
The
or
final,
something like that.
the whole moment leading up of them protecting the prince
Yes, that
was ordered by the king.
That is the only. Yes,
was ordered by the king.
ordered
So
by
that was the king ordering them.
Yeah, but that's
At
because
the
they
end,
knew how
the
strong
final
Askeladd's
moment
team
before
was.
Askeladd killed the king, they were in presence of the king, handing Canute to him, the prince.
Yes,
They were present in that. They were accounted as the king's forces. So
they weren't though.
they were ordered by the king to bring Canute there. You
Yes,
saying
but in
the
that
king
moment,
ordered
because
some
they
randoms.
knew because they knew how strong
So
Askeladd's
you
forces
expect
were.
royalty to order a bunch of randoms to protect the prince? Is that what you're saying? Persecution, dumb fuck, you fat fucking chud.
No, I'm saying that a lot of the pillaging they did, they weren't. Under
You know you're
the king's,
supposed to say something after you.
the king's approval. And second point,
Irrelevant.
you said it's because Askeladd ordered him to. If I ordered Thiago to kill someone, he does it. Is he not at fault at all?
If you were in higher command, no, he isn't.
There is the argument
Oh,
of whether or not you have true morality if you're just following orders. Like if...
Yeah, but for example, would you but you still can choose not to.
You don't blame soldiers for killing other soldiers in war because their general sent them to do so.
Yeah, but for example, don't you
he
blame the
worked
Nazis for what they did?
You still
to
haven't
the Jews?
addressed that. How he worked for the
Oh,
king.
good question. Repeat
I
that.
have.
We're not talking
just
about
like he
fucking
had
World War II Germany
up
yet.
until a certain point where he's protecting Canute.
Do you agree, yes or no, that he was in the king's presence and he brought the prince to the king?
Yes,
So doesn't that mean the king trusted them with that task?
because they knew how strong Askeladd was.
Okay, so they trusted him. So he was working for the king, yes or no?
I guess I don't remember
All right.
much of it.
So if he worked for the king, then you're saying a criminal worked for the king.
I'm not saying a criminal. I never said.
So
criminal.
okay, it's not criminal, bro. Can we pack up, go home, take a lunch, or we lunch?
No, I never said that the
Burger
king
King
thought
on
of
me.
him as criminal.
Oh, he got excited.
I never said that, and I still stand in the point because also are we forgetting that Thorfinn also just killed the family when they took him in afterwards? Are we forgetting that?
Objection.
Objection. He didn't kill.
He did.
You don't object. You just say whatever the fuck you want.
This family. When I'm pretty sure it's after. I don't actually remember the events.
No,
but
'cause
it's
it's-
either he's already out, like he's not with Askeladd or anything,
Let me
and
do
this
the-
family takes him in, and then he ends up coming back and killing
Yeah,
them.
he
and
doesn't
the
kill
house set
them.
on
He
fire.
doesn't kill them. He tells them to run away,
Yeah.
and then they get killed.
It's
by
actually the
his
part
party.
on TikTok where
So,
they're gonna be
after
here
that-
any minute, and then he turns around, just a woman just fucking bawling her
Blowing
eyes
her
out.
eyes out.
So he doesn't kill her.
So not only has he worked for the king,
Oh
taking-
no, ooh, they do. I do think they.
he doesn't kill her.
He doesn't kill her.
No, his party does, but he's not blamed by his party's action. Regardless,
Look, I
not
should.
only did he work for the king, which is pretty much an automatic pardon,
It's not an automatic pardon.
you saying a king trusted a criminal
I'm not-
with protecting the prince. That is what you're saying.
No, I'm saying that he should be blamed and accused of killing people. Yes, because he did.
Everyone shut the fuck up. Come. Carry on.
Right.
I'm saying like he should
Can
be
we shoot
accused
the
to some
judge?
extent.
Listen, what you're stating is even if you discard the error that he was
Because
in,
it wasn't just war; they pillaged villages as well.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But that was before. If that happened after he was working for the king, that's one thing. But the king took everything, and the king is the highest power, even above this fucking law of court. The king.
They weren't working for the king the whole season. The whole
I'm not
first
saying.
season.
I'm not saying. I'm glad you're still talking about seasons. This is my life.
Ah, bro, shut the fuck up, bro.
Regardless,
What about any killing before here?
at the end, he was working for the king. He was one of the king's soldiers.
What about any killing before?
But that doesn't mean you automatically get a pardon for stuff you did before the king. You were under the king.
Well, if
That
the king,
doesn't-
if the king forgave you, he's the highest power of the
But
kingdom.
did you
so-
see? But you're saying that the king forgave him.
Is he
when,
guilty
When
in
did the
that
king
kingdom?
forgive him? When did the king forgive
At
him?
the end, he was working for the king. He
That
protected
doesn't
the
mean the
prince.
king forgave him.
He was. So you're saying the king
He might have not have been aware of his crimes beforehand.
of Askeladd's parties, crimes,
Yes,
crimes,
especially
killing.
Thorfinn's out of the everyone.
No, like
Yes,
he knew on Askeladd's party. You're saying a king
The,
trusted.
the king's decisions have no influence in the jury's opinion. So whether or not the
Who
king,
the fuck is this guy?
whether or not the king forgave them,
No, yeah, we
Whether-
are-
no.
the king
No,
was
we
corrupt
have
as
no
fuck.
scene of Sean.
The jury's a fucking shot. So realistically,
We haven't seen
the
any
king
scene of the king
does matter
forgiven.
because at the time the king was the highest power.
We haven't seen the king
So-
Yeah,
forgive
but
him.
we are the time spacing continuum.
Yeah, but if
actually,
you don't
so-
take into account the time, then
Well,
that's
so
we're
okay.
taking into account.
We haven't seen the king forgive him either. It's
Oh.
not like
He
got-
worked for the king.
That doesn't mean the king forgive.
Okay, sure.
If Thorfinn had killed before, he
You're
was
saying he allowed a criminal that he didn't know anything about to protect the prince. That's what you're saying.
No, but he just because he was in Askeladd's crew. You told me that the king was aware of everyone in Askeladd's
Yeah, but he
crew.
only did what
But
Askeladd did.
is that your statement? That he knew
What? No,
that
I'm
the
not
king
saying
was
that.
aware? Then why are you saying that
But
he was aware of Thorfinn's past?
he do. Yeah, but he knew what Askeladd was doing.
That doesn't mean he knows what
No,
Thorfinn was doing.
maybe shut the fuck up. Listen. He knew.
Let's talk about the killings before he started working for the king. So
So you talk only about a specific amount of time.
No, but that's where he
No.
committed crimes.
yeah.
Listen, if that's
Killing.
like, for example, if I commit crimes,
Well,
Right.
killing happened before,
then
right?
imagine I'm in America. I shoot a youth. Still Mike. He stole my Burger King. Shot him. Dead.
Okay.
Then I work for the president.
Yes.
I'm pardoned.
No,
of that
you're
crime.
not.
Yes,
if
you
the
are.
president,
you cannot
Wait,
work
so-
for the.
No, what? This chud, bro. If the president, if let's say you shoot Thiago because he's on his third Burger King and has a dead friend, you shoot him, and then the president hires you, not knowing that you did that. Are you
No,
automatically
but it's not that
pardoned?
the president doesn't. First of all, either
Surely
a
that
king,
just makes the
either
president
a king
corrupt.
or a
king
president
was corrupt,
Either a
regardless.
king or a president, they know what's going on.
Okay,
Two-
no,
let
you're
me
going
fin-
back on your point.
Yo,
You're going
Judge,
back on your
Judge, can
point.
you fucking bang the gun before I bang his head in?
out?
And yes, he didn't know that what Thorfinn was doing. He knew what Askeladd was doing with his team. Thorfinn didn't do anything that Askeladd didn't do. The king had full knowledge of what Askeladd was doing with his party.
Yeah, but the
So
king.
what did-
Yeah, but the king was also okay with Askeladd's team pillaging villages because that was normal at the time.
Yeah, but we're taking account of the time.
Oh,
Are we not?
so if they grape woman because that's normal, are we going to allow that in this court?
Objection.
we're
How
doing?
irrelevant? How the fuck
How
is
is
that
that
relevant?
relevant?
How is that relevant?
Mate, the Vikings at the time are known for graping and pillaging.
Okay, name me one moment that happened.
What?
Name me one moment.
Them
that happened.
pillaging villages.
Yeah, name me one moment.
Show the clip of them pillaging
Yeah,
villages.
no, because you're talking about
What you
fucking
want to do?
raping woman when that never happened. So I
I'm
don't know
just
why you
giving
bring that up.
examples of stuff that did happen
Yeah.
in that
Yeah,
time.
it's only when I was
And
there.
the king would allow that because he was probably raping people as well.
Well, if he's a king, he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, but I'm just
Well,
saying that
that's why I said the king's verdict has no pull.
we're
in
using
the jury's
today's
opinion.
laws.
Well, so let's see. Today's laws, slavery. Technically, Thorfinn was a slave. So how,
If, for
how are we
example,
taking that into account?
if he kept slaves nowadays, I would say that's an issue. Yes, I'll say
well,
that. I'll say that's a crime.
What
he
would
didn't
you
keep any
say that's
slaves.
an issue?
He didn't keep any slaves though.
Yeah, but he was a slave.
That doesn't. But we're discussing his crimes.
So
not
okay,
what
so
he did.
how is the government helping him? The fact that he was a slave. Where's the funding?
We're not
going into that?
helping him. We're rather deciding if he's going to prison or not.
No, but all I'm saying is we have to take account into what the time it was, because otherwise it doesn't make sense of anything we're talking about.
Chat. What are we talking about here?
He was a soldier
Okay,
from
then-
the age of 12,
Then
or earlier actually.
okay, let's go back to your favorite time, 1949 Germany.
That's
Right?
post World War II.
that's
You
World
fucking
War II.
idiot.
Nine-
But
14.
let's go mid World War II, right? Your favorite people, the Nazis, right? Let's say they're killing Jews, but because that's okay in Germany, are we not fucking allowing that as a crime?
Oh, good point.
What?
At the
What
time,
are you talking about?
At the time, it was okay to mistreat fucking Jews.
No, it wasn't.
It
no,
was.
It
No,
wasn't.
it wasn't.
In Germany,
it
it
was.
was.
Maybe for you, it was. It wasn't for anybody.
In Germany, it was.
back
No.
yeah.
Yes, it was.
Everyone shut the fuck. Back in the time, it was. Man.
No, it wasn't okay. Okay, first of all, why do we
Mate,
keep
have you
going?
seen, have you seen boy in striped pajamas?
Why do we keep going to 1947? What does that have to do with Thorfinn?
But in Germany, not in the rest of the world.
That's why I said in Germany.
But I'm talking about globally.
Yeah,
It was
globally.
normal in the 1800s to shoot
Okay.
people.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, let's go. Let's
The
go.
Vikings are before that.
Let's
Sorry.
go. You know what? To be fair to you, 2 AD. Let's go then. When it was okay to grape woman. Are we saying that? Are we not gonna charge someone for grape?
No, but you're talking about what morally is right or wrong.
no. Okay, no, Danny. Grape's morally wrong.
Yes, I agree, but legally back then it wasn't.
Well, what?
Yeah,
okay, what
yeah, it
laws are we
depends.
using then? What laws are we using?
It depends on
Because
the
there
time.
were pretty much no laws back then.
Thorfinn also didn't do that.
Yeah, I know.
He did,
He's
but I'm
bringing it
just
up.
giving an example because he's saying that. What was even your point?
that because the king.
The king-
said
no,
it was
Is that we have
okay.
to take into account of what the times it was, and the fact that he worked for the king. The king
No,
would
no,
just-
oh, it's because we were talking about the pillaging with Askeladd, and then
Oh, yeah.
and then the king technically knew that Askeladd team did that, and he allowed it.
Yeah.
But nowadays, that's a criminal offense.
Yeah, but you have to take into account what the time was.
Yeah, but at
If-
the time,
for example,
but that's
if we-
my point. At the
How
time, there
about
were
this? How
basically
about
no
you shut your
laws.
fucking mouth? If we made a law right now, if we made a law that wearing that black shirt is illegal, is Pedro a criminal because he was wearing a black shirt before we made the law? Yes or no?
Am I a criminal?
No.
No. So if doing what Thorfinn was doing wasn't
but
illegal
it's-
at the time, how are we saying it's illegal now just because we made laws against it?
But
that's
how,
not- that's not
how
what
do you
you
want me to prosecute Thorfinn when in the Viking times there were no laws?
Bro, that is not doesn't. I don't know
No,
why we're switching
genuinely, what do you want me to do?
What's your camera time? That's what we're doing. Dumb fuck.
I tell you that the jury is gonna reel stuff in since the judge
No,
is big.
you shut the fuck up. So I'm the judge. I'm gonna say that we can take the time into account up to a certain extent, which means
Yeah, I agree with that.
Which means we can take the jury can have the potentiality of the king potentially because he worked with the king have given him a pardon, but also take into account that the king might have been corrupt.
So wasn't he?
We'll take that into
That was
account.
another king.
What taking into account both sides? Is that what the judge
How's
is
that
asking
they're
me to do?
opposite sides?
Exactly.
No, I get what you mean. Is in keep in mind what I'm saying,
But also
obviously
that the
he
king-
did still kill people. That's
And
what
then
I'm saying.
taking out the king could
Yeah,
have
but
been
that's
corrupt.
what I'm saying. But
Just
the
like
king was corrupt. But for example, if the king allowed the playing of infants and Thorfinn did that, is that another criminal
Trump
charge?
Again,
built
if the-
a fucking wall to keep the Mexicans out. Right? He's a president.
Right now, if the president made it illegal that you could shoot people like a purge, that would be legal.
Yeah,
So what are we
but
talking
again,
about
again,
here?
but we're above.
but like-
but
That's how laws work.
Yeah, okay, but then
we're-
for this
we're-
court to work, we have
No,
to need
yeah.
to have some general
No,
laws.
yeah,
bro.
but that's why I'm talking about the king because he was the top ruler.
Yeah, but for
he
example-
was the same as the president
Okay,
in that
but
time.
that's
No,
like-
no, but we are above that in terms of like, for example, if
We make our own laws.
if a president, yeah, because we are the time continuum agency. If a president suddenly decided, you know what, let's build a wall around everyone that looks different. It's normal now. We are above that. We
Yeah,
can decide if it's
but
good or bad.
you gotta take it into the argument, the fact that the leader of that country allowed that.
Look, it's up to the judge and jury. What do you
Action.
think? How the fuck should we run this?
Yes, we have an overstanding view of things. So just because something was okay back then does not suddenly make it. We're gonna tackle characters from worlds that don't exist.
Yeah, but it's still important to
applying-
keep in mind. It's not just disregarded.
I understand if your point was this is what was normal by the time, and yet he still didn't do it. He only did murder because it was only that required. Then you give examples of like, oh, the people that he saved, the fact that
He saved
didn't-
no one, bro. He didn't give a shit about saving anyone. He was a fucking kid. But like, that's just making shit up.
It's making an argument.
No, my argument
he
is
clearly
that
can't
he
do.
worked for the king. So far, you've always said this.
Just listen. Just because someone is like pardoned by someone in the show, it does not make it okay suddenly. Like we
in
have,
real world, in real life, that is how it works.
but we're not real life.
yeah,
we're not real guys.
Well, so
then just let's toss a coin and see
Thorfinn
he's guilty
also
or not.
killed outside
I'll
of
stop
war.
playing
That's,
with a fucking
that's one
toy,
of my
man.
points. That before he joined working under the king,
Grabbing the
I'm
mic.
not
and-
touching it. No, stop playing with. Isn't the pop supposed to be for show? Or is it for you?
He can't shove it in his ass for all I care. It's not making noise.
the before that he joined the king and attacked London and that whole thing, he pillaged with the Askeladd.
Yeah, but you can make that argument.
That is the argument I'm
Okay.
making. But you saying that
But
there's no problem.
my answer to that wouldn't be about the king.
Then what's
My answer to that was that he was indoctrinated into Askeladd's crew from a very, very young age.
He chose to
was-
be there.
Because, well, first of all, he didn't really have a choice. He was in a fucking boat. What is he going to do? Swim back to Iceland?
No, they're going to leave him there. He chose to follow them. All those years.
He would
Am I
die
wrong,
if-
Joey?
he
Joey.
He
Joey. Am I wrong?
had, he had nowhere else to go. He couldn't
Chat.
go back to Iceland.
That doesn't mean he could have
Oh,
legit
no, he
not
could-
stayed with
no,
them.
wait,
They
wait,
would
Go where?
Whoa. He could, because it wasn't just him and his dad. He could have gone with the other people back.
When?
They didn't find him. But
Yeah.
but
They only found him like 10 years later.
Let me make the arguments.
No, wait.
Wait.
I swear that
No,
there
bro,
were,
what?
I swear there were loads
He's
of,
a judge.
I swear
I
there
have
were-
no power.
I swear there were loads of people, and then his dad got kabowed.
They all got murdered.
They all got marked.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Carry on.
No, but for example, when his uncle offered him to take him back to
10 years later.
he said no.
It was 10 years later.
He said no.
He went from 9 to being like, what, 19?
He said
That
no.
is what 10 years is.
No, but he
Give him
declined the
100 billion,
offer.
you buy sense, cut his nuts off.
He declined his offer.
Because at that point in his life, since he was a child, all he saw was violence.
But he didn't have to kill or pillage. He didn't.
From
Am I chat? Am I wrong?
We can
From-
also talk about season 2 here, reawakening.
the fact
being a better
that
person.
from when he was 9 years old, he was in battle,
Indeed.
right? He
Optional.
was just being told, again, not optional. Tell me, how the fuck is he going back to
He could
Iceland?
have just.
How?
Askeladd didn't make him to fight.
How?
I'm not saying
how he's no, because you keep just changing point. You're saying he didn't have to.
if he stayed there.
He wanted to avenge his father because again he was a child. Second of all,
Yeah, okay.
he had nowhere to go back home.
That's a different argument. Saying that if he was a
how you
child,
judging
if
this?
he
So is
stayed
it-
on the boat, right, that where Thor's died, if he'd
He would
stayed
have
there,
died.
he would have not died because his people found him, found the boat. Show the
What?
scene of them finding the boat and not finding Thorfinn. Show the scene.
He took the boat.
No, they didn't. The small boat. That
What?
was
The boat that was destroyed.
I know you have a bad memory. Basically, the boat that they found
You know about
Thorfinn
this,
in
motherfucker.
was a
Yeah.
small boat that was attached to the main boat where the Askeladd's team was. The boat
Yes.
that Thor's died, where Thorfinn was initially in, was a bigger boat that was covered in arrows, but it wasn't sinking.
Yeah,
They found that boat.
we
afterwards.
expect him to sit on the boat for a couple of days and
with his dad's corpse. I would think so. Not when we join this bandit team and go kill behind.
So you expect a 9-year-old that just saw his dad die to stay next to the corpse and die of starvation?
No, I'm saying,
Guys, that's their
They
persecution.
found him a
Fair
few
enough,
hours
mate.
later. They
Fair
found
enough. I can see you love eating because of your
They
weight.
found a
but
few-
how will I see you starve next to a fucking dead body?
I see that he has a dead shrimp. No, but they found the boat a few hours later.
I agree.
It was. How do you know? First of all, how do you know it's a few hours? And I don't even remember them finding the boat.
Julie.
They did.
Joey.
Julie.
They
show
did
the-
find the ball.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, but he's saying a couple hours later. How do we know
But that I
that?
don't know.
It was stated.
But also,
It was stated. It was,
was
a few
stated
hours.
in
he
the
did
manga.
say, and I'm gonna
Did
quote,
it-
"I'm gonna kill you."
Did the defense just claim that the only reason Thorfinn stayed was because he was plotting murder?
No, because again, it's a 9-year-old child. He just saw his father get killed in front of him. Any child is going to feel an immense amount of anger to whoever just did that.
But for example,
they're
let's
not
take-
guilty of
take
the
away-
crime. Also, matter of fact, all that killing, he was a
But
child.
for example, let's take away today's standards. A lot of criminals nowadays are come from bad childhoods. Are we going to excuse them for killing people?
For children, yeah. They just get put into institutions.
If
They don't
they're
get
under
prison.
the age of 18.
Which
No,
he
no,
was.
well, no. Let's say
Which is mental.
Thorfinn killed after the age of 18 as well.
He did.
So are we not forgetting that?
But-
so he should still be criminally.
Wasn't he 17 at the
there's
end?
also cases where specifically murder, you could still be charged as an adult as a kid.
Yeah, sure, you don't. Charged in a way, yeah, but it's still different.
You go to prison.
No,
go
you
to
don't.
prison. Yes,
No,
you, do.
you don't.
There's
There's-
cases where if you're underage and you've committed murder, some cases we can still be charged as an adult.
Mate, listen, if
And
you listen to
I would
his
say,
prison, babe, do
and I
you,
would
bro?
say, killing hundreds of people.
Let me
would-
guess, you
would
don't want to
allow-
be in prison with the kids, so you in the shower.
What?
No, bro,
See,
you
in the
want
shower.
the kid to drop the soap. I get you, but listen,
I
I
dropped
think
so.
the judge should have already banged together for final statement. So could you fucking do that for
How about you should fucking play that? I do whenever I want to.
We're almost half an hour in. So don't do your fucking topic.
Final statements. Final statements.
You mean closing?
Close these statements. This fucking chud.
Close those legs.
Listen, my whole point
What
is
did he
that
say?
I said close those legs.
the whole point of the king, it is important to take in consideration. It's not a dual make all pardon, but it is important to consideration that he worked for the highest power that there was at that point. Whether you want to see it as a president or the king, he did, right? Not and all he's free of everything, but it's important to take consideration. It's important to take consideration that he was a very, very young child when that happened to him. Any child is going to be damaged mentally, and they're going to develop a lot of disorders, which he clearly did, including an anger disorder. Not only that, most of his crimes are as a children. I don't even think he killed after the age of 18 because he becomes a slave.
Not at the age of 18. When he's an adult, he becomes a
And
slave.
even then, after that, he tries to redeem himself by even having such a troubled childhood, seeing his father die. He tries to go about his life getting a place for better people with no violence, and he even rejects violence. So I think even his evolution as a person and everything he's been through after the fact is enough punishment.
I would say that him becoming a slave and working on a farm under a guy that actually pays him, just because he thinks it's good. What's the word? Restitution? No.
Ratatouille.
What prisoners go through, like rehabilitation. Just because he thinks it is, doesn't take away from the families that he ruins, from the parents that he killed.
He actively
when he
doesn't think
finished,
it is.
isn't it Michael?
lying.
Kill him, shoot him,
Shut the fuck
Judge.
up.
He doesn't
Shoot
think
him.
it is.
Shut the fuck up. man.
Remove his fucking
Closing
foreskin.
statement.
No, but so
Don't
yeah,
have one,
that
right?
doesn't take away just because he thinks so, just because he became a slave and had a good wife and a farm.
wasn't his choice.
Doesn't take
Yo,
away. Doesn't take
close your
away.
asshole in a second, man.
Yeah, but you could say he's lying, motherfucker.
I'm not lying. though.
Closing statement.
He didn't choose to become a
Doesn't take
slave.
he could have just left, man. Let's be honest. He could have killed everyone there. Doesn't take away from the
Could
fact.
have committed a crime.
Doesn't take away from the fact that he killed hundreds, maybe thousands of people. Also, you keep saying he worked under the king.
How now he killed thousands of people, bro? He's not a nuke, bro.
Mate, he was known as one of the strongest warriors. So I'll say he killed a few people. Yes.
Yeah, sure, not thousands, bro.
Didn't he kill like 100 people by himself? I'm
That's
sure.
not thousands at all.
That's to say, but mate, he was. I can understand him being a kid, but he grew up in it. But he killed a lot of people, and he spent a lot of time with Askeladd's crew, pillaging people, ruining families outside of the king's jurisdiction.
So-
and yes, he fought in wars, which there's more of an argument to be there. But that is not an argument
Also
for
a
that.
veteran, technically. Forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me.
Everyone's a veteran at that time.
Everyone's veteran.
Yeah, that time technically.
Veteran, you're a
yes.
veteran. What were you fighting? The pussy war.
I served in a. I
Anyways,
served in the.
there's not much more to say. I'm saying he deserves a sentence. He needs to pay for what he did, mate.
I was in the trenches eating pum pum, bro.
Alright.
So, on to jury's decision and my final decision.
The judge had no final decision. Well, the jury is very much
You're the jury.
Um,
convoluted.
He knows he's speaking.
I don't think convoluted is the word.
Because I don't really know how the conversation went. However, I do.
Bro wasn't listening.
So the jury does not take the king's decision as any sort of like an influential factor. The king not only was it a corrupt figure, but also if he wasn't,
Allegedly.
other people's forgiveness.
Fucking-
Our court is outside of that. So I do take, however, the fact that Thorfinn was induced into that life from a very young age, and that sheer trauma did skew his morality. So how can he truly be blamed for something that he never really got to witness the other side of? So the fact that he was a child soldier for most of his life, and the fact that even though taking time into consideration the amount of shit that was allowed at the time, and yet he didn't do, the only thing that he did was murder. Usually,
The only thing, guys.
usually to bad people. Just
So the
How
whoopsie,
many
man.
civvies
Have you
did
never
he
done a
ruin?
whoopsie, bro?
um.
Come on, dog.
So yeah,
Have you ever went to the bar and called whoopsie?
I've never slipped and killed 3 people. No.
I do think that Thorfinn should be given a chance at redemption and a chance
well,
at forgiveness. So therefore, the jury concludes Thorfinn is not guilty.
We're putting him in juvie, and even if he's not
you're
kids,
Iranian,
he will go.
To be fair,
juvie.
when the fucking juries were started, there's not much I could do.
All right, so that was Anime Court. Hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to give us recommendations, people that you want us to take onto court.
So next episode, Gara will be on trial. So drop down below your accusations for it, and we'll bring up and try to defend them or go against them, and we'll see whether or not Gara is guilty or not guilty.
Let's now move on to my topic. So, what my main topic is going to be? It's going to be a little bit of a game. The 3 of them are going to be playing to guess who the imposter is. 2 of them.
And he's going to be watching.
2 of them are going to be given a specific sentence, okay? And the imposter is going to get given this different sentence about if this is anime related. You're going to see how it fucking
You're
works.
fucking explaining it so bad. Like, they're not sentences, they're questions, right? So they're questions, and one of us is gonna have a different question. So one of us is gonna have an answer that doesn't really make sense, and that's gonna be the imposter. And we have to figure out who that is.
There are no questions, but sure, let's go with that.
You said?
Okay, so
Didn't he say off camera? There was fucking questions.
okay,
Let's move on.
I'm gonna get a sentence like who's.
And what, we just go around naming characters?
One, bro. Just look at what I sent to you. What? So everyone check your phones again.
We already have.
No, everyone check your phones.
You've
again.
changed it.
Everyone check your phones.
Oh
again.
my god.
No way, he fucked it up the first time.
yeah, okay. He made it more specific.
Oh, he didn't change mine. Mine kept constant.
Mine's the same, which means he's the imposter.
He means you're the imposter.
Oh my god.
What you mean? No, send it on one message, bro.
Brother, what would you say, though?
Say what? You said check your phones again, so I expected everyone to have something new.
No,
bro.
yeah,
No,
so
to be fair, you said check your phones again. I was like, I don't have anything.
yeah, but no one had to say anything.
So
Mate,
wait,
just
did you have most underrated character in GGK?
Yeah, I had female character.
Yeah,
and he put from
I
GGK.
also noticed it's true because we got the message, we put our phone down. The Rob was like,
Okay, let's do this. Everyone keep your fucking phones down until I send all the fucking texts. How about that?
You should always do
Fuck! Okay.
That's actually funny.
Okay.
Can we check now?
Yeah.
Is everything here?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Fuck me, mate. I even made everyone look at your phones to
Even-
make sure they didn't. And this guy goes, oh, my James!
How the fuck did you even send me the message with this?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll say like 30 seconds to fucking answer.
Okay, can I look up images?
Yeah, but you can look up names, you can look up whatever you need.
Images. If you have to look up images, you're the imposter.
Yeah, mate, that doesn't make any
I'll
fucking
keep it a
sense.
buck, bro. I don't need any
I don't need
images.
images.
Yeah, it's good.
It's this guy. Should we just read it?
Should read it. Should we call it an episode? Yeah. Brutal. I let him get his pictures, bro. I feel like how many rounds we got? Can we just do one?
Hmm?
No, none of that. As in, like, how many times we go around saying names?
Only once. What do you mean? I
Is
don't
it supposed to be that simple? No, usually you go until you're like you do it 3 times and then you have to lock in an imposter.
Oh, in terms of, well, we'll see it until you make a decision.
thought that far.
Until you make a decision.
Yeah,
Can we,
okay. Yeah, go.
All right, Rafa, you can start.
He needs to look up images.
Sure. No, I wasn't okay.
So,
I'm gonna go.
so first I'm going to say what the
how
question
how
is.
do you want me to
No,
answer
you can't
this,
say what the question is.
Yes, I
Oh,
am.
I guess
yes,
then-
you. How
Yes.
about I run the fucking
I guess,
segment I
Andy,
designed,
I
mate?
guess.
So,
Did you let the imposter know they are the imposter? Or are they going in blind with this?
I guess we'll find out
We'll
now.
find out. No.
blind, mate.
Wait, I have a question. If they know it's the imposter,
Yeah, shouldn't we say the character first?
because then couldn't they
Because
change the
then we can
character to
change the
fit the other
character.
Yeah,
question?
true.
I'm gonna go with the principal.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Kirishima.
I'm gonna go with the belly button guy, bro. The belly button ray guy. Yeah, already the belly button, the guy that shoots rays from his belly button, bro.
Oh,
So the question was,
We already know. It's him,
can
bro.
we just shoot this guy already? It's him.
Yeah, bro. It's
Why did you have to look
Thiago's
at
the imposter.
pictures?
No, because he asked me specifically, who's your third favorite MHA character? Who like in your top 3
I was
is
like,
your third?
Who would you take
wanna
out
remove?
of the MHA world?
So I said the principal. He said the guy should
Choose rays because I
And he
fucking
said
hate his
Kirishima, which
character.
is MC.
Okay.
So do we get a point?
I thought there would be more debate on this. Okay.
The best characters against the worst characters. If Thiago names anyone that is
Okay,
good, you're
okay,
like,
okay.
why would you take him out?
Oh.
You did say top 3. You should have said like top 50.
Okay.
Alright, so let's start.
from
Let's
here?
over here.
Fucking what's his name?
Wait. I just realized the thing is, for example, let's say in this case, I don't know, I'm imposter. Hearing both of their answers, can I change mine so it fits more theirs?
No, because go with the one they actually chose.
Sure, just
let's
be
let's
truthful.
not
Oh,
cheat.
based on what?
And
Oh
let's-
yeah, just be truthful.
And actually, let's also do
And
this.
also, it shouldn't be obvious because otherwise, if it's obvious when you say it, it's obvious to everyone.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
also
reaction.
let's do this. Let's start. You just say who you chose. No, because then you should
Yeah,
give
okay. I don't remember the other guy, so I'll just go with the wind Hashira.
I'm gonna go with Guillaume, the Stone Hashira.
I'm gonna go with Rengoku.
Okay, so the question.
Can we go already? Can we really choose the imposter?
vote.
bro. I want to vote.
So it was. Who is the strongest Hashira in Demon Slayer?
Let me just say hypothetically.
Not the
if
guy
I'm
that's
an
a
imposter.
donut. Not the guy that's a donut right now. You're the imposter. You fell fucking shot.
Yeah, I vote rough.
Yeah. I have which one's my favorite.
Yeah, Rengoku's like the fucking weakest.
one of the
No, he's not the weakest.
No,
No, he's
he's
like
not the
top
weakest.
3.
Realistically.
Well, no, he's like bottom 3
Oh, that's not
weakest.
gonna do it. I thought it was gonna go.
Realistically, who's weaker than Hashira?
Insect Hashira
But
and
to be fair,
Tengen,
for example,
the Sun Hashira.
it's just because like you also keep picking.
Yeah,
all of
if
them.
we got
That's not opposite. How would you do it if you were in Pedro's position? Because for example, that one was
For
an
example,
opposite.
what was your favorite Hashira?
Yeah,
I would not pick Rengoku. You gotta pick like a fucking middle one.
but that's not my favorite.
Yeah, but you don't actually. You're playing to be
But
smart.
you're being
I
truthful.
guess. I just gotta fucking bullshit
To a
my way
degree.
through.
No, okay. Would it be easy for me to tell the imposter that they are the imposter so they're more careful with their choices? No, but the whole point
No,
is that
'cause
you
that's
caught
like
off
that
guard and you've got to
No,
debate
your
it,
answers
yeah.
have to be smart.
Yeah, just fine. Smarter answers.
Yeah,
smarter
yours
answers.
have to be smart.
How
Because
many questions do you have? 'Cause we
just in
ran through
case,
three.
I got a
like
couple more.
your answer has to be
Nice.
good enough. Where if you're not an imposter, the others know.
Rengoku was a bit stupid, I guess, in that sense.
Yeah, because you picked
I
the
was
dumb
just
one.
going truthful.
but you never know what the others will get. So.
Yeah, I know. That's why, for example, the Wind Hashira is one of the strongest, but you could also be your favorite in this scenario.
Could it be your fucking favorite?
I
We've
like
barely
him.
seen the pussy, bro.
I like him. Oh, yeah, I'm talking about the specific example. We're talking about like
I
fucking
guess,
9
I guess.
characters.
Yeah, there's
Or
another-
if you pick the Water Hashira,
I was
he could be
gonna
your favorite and
pick
he's one of
Gyu,
the
to be fair. I
strongest.
was gonna pick Gyu. He's not one of the strongest.
Yes.
Yes.
Is he?
Top
Yome is stronger. Yome is like
Yeah,
He's number one, though.
Gyu is fourth. I
Yome.
think.
There's
I
legit
sent a
rankings.
new one, so
There's
if
legit
I have a
rankings
look-
to the Hashira.
No reactions, no nothing.
I worked the reaction.
Have a thing, 20 seconds, and then we'll start from...
Should we start from Thiago? Because me and Rafa
Yeah, let's start from Thiago, man. Just jump around.
Oh, let me think.
Got
So
it
we're
done.
not
Okay.
being truthful here, right?
Well, you playing smart.
I'm gonna go with Horimiya.
Ugh.
I'm gonna go with more than a married couple.
Oh, good that way, I guess, motherfucker. I was gonna go Horimi as well. If I'm looking at it, can I look at it? It's the same? Same
Yeah,
answer?
you can, if you
Horimi,
actually wrote that down.
But I didn't
To
write
be
it down.
fair, I was initially gonna go with Horimiya, but I swapped
So-
my
What was your
Don't tell
answer?
us the question.
more than a married
No?
couple.
No, the whole point is I tell you the actual question.
Should we
Yeah,
guess who the
it's
imposter is
disgusting.
and then being like, okay, what was
No,
Well,
but-
we have the same answer. so
Maybe, I don't know.
It
It's your
was
fucking segment.
anime with the best couple.
Oh, none of you have seen more than a married couple, have you?
I know about it though.
It-
and
but-
I know you're a chud.
No, I'll explain the plot a little bit. The whole thing is that it's a school to be trained like marriages, and it's the popular girl.
Yeah,
and,
but
like,
I
the
know
guy
it's not
and
better than
all. And
Horimiya.
then the whole point is that he always wants a different girl, and the girl always wants a different guy, and then they will end up liking each other. And they get stuck in a shed and they're sweating, and she's like, "What is this?" He's like, "It's not my fault. It's hard."
Come on, I'm gonna keep it above. Bro.
They're legit more than a married couple. Couples legit in the
Yeah, you cooked.
cook.
Though. You cooked though, because I know you prefer Horimi above it.
well,
No,
but
but
like,
it's not what I prefer.
yeah,
is
but
it?
you also picked the same answer as me after.
Yeah, but that's what I have locked.
It-
Horimi is
it
in my
actually-
top 10.
Is it actually-
But the
It's
question.
in my top 5, bro. But the thing is,
As a couple.
I don't want to fucking. Well, the thing is, the question said couple, so I was like, I'm not go because Horimiya is my top fucking romance anime, but I'm not gonna be like I'm gonna go Horimiya
Yeah,
when
it's a better couple.
I don't know, especially the Horimiya. Well, you haven't seen More Than Married Couple, to be fair. Because More Than Married Couple, they're legit a couple. They like it's Horimiya. They date the whole fucking season.
So they're a couple.
I guess I don't know. I kind of prefer the couple in More Than Married Couple.
What was your stand? Why did you pick it?
Oh yeah, true.
Well, I haven't watched that many romance animes that
But
are
you
good.
would pick Dress of Darling, realistically.
Or like
No,
he would
I
go
wouldn't.
like,
they're barely a couple.
or he'd go to Bernardes and Belmont.
Well, he said
That's not
It's-
anime.
wait, it said
you,
anime.
You burst my ass when I said it on the
Oh,
top.
well,
I mean, I
but
guess
you know
if
what?
you don't count as
I
anime.
count
But
as
if you go
anime.
to a different couple, like anime couple, then maybe you wouldn't go romance.
Okay, well, why are you
Why
trying
you-
to put it
I'm not.
put it
I'm
on
just.
me?
Oh, okay.
Wait, so-
you
wait,
know
wait.
what? No fucking segment. He's the
Wait,
imposter.
so
Let's go.
you think you'd go to someone else that's not?
Well, because Thiago doesn't watch as many
the
romance
thing
animes
is,
as us.
Horimiya. Like for me, the thing is, if only one of you picked Horimiya, I would say this, but both of you picked it because Horimiya is such an easy answer.
Well, I have to pick Horimi. Maybe it's my top. Obviously, it's going to be my favorite couple because it's my favorite romance anime.
I guess, but I feel like.
But
Like-
is it? And also, we got to think of what the other question.
I
would
feel
be.
like you got. Well, I feel like the imposter would say Horimiya. Like
this
I know this
imposter?
sounds so fucking sus, right? Because I'm the one who would pick Horimiya, but I feel like the imposter would pick Horimiya because they know that someone else would pick that.
No, because they would have a different question.
I know, but you'd be
Unless the
surrounded-
question was, the question might have been like, just say a couple.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The question would be around romance.
Yeah. Okay, but then I wouldn't have picked my favorite one. If it was me, the imposter. Hypothetically.
Yeah, but you could have. But the thing is, Horimiya is the most popular.
I'm sussing out Danny, so he's
bro.
looked at me, picked the exact same anime as me, and now he's trying to.
no, but you're
to
truthful.
play it.
I presume we're being truthful.
Bro,
here.
he's in my. Horimi is in my top 10, right? Animes of all time.
I thought you stopped.
It's my. So, of course, it's going to be my favorite couple. Like, of course.
Actually,
But I think Thiago would go to something like Lucy and David before he go to an anime.
Oh, that's true.
actually, yeah,
That's
Lucy
probably
David,
a
I
better
could
couple as
prefer-
well.
I would have gone for Lucy and David.
Yeah.
I would have gone for Lucy and David as well.
Can we switch our answers?
Can we switch answers? Well, to be fair, all of us were thinking like romance fucking animes, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah,
Because I would have gone Lucy and David to be fair.
yeah.
Let's go for an answer.
I know, but again, oh no, they are a couple.
They're a
Yeah,
couple.
let's make a decision.
No, but to be fair, as a couple, because they barely dated. They weren't even really together.
Okay, but you still haven't said why you picked Horimi though.
That's a good point.
Well, out of all the anime, the romance animes I know, like the majority of them is just bait. It's just.
I feel like Horimi is such a fucking easy pick, though.
But Horimi is only one where they're actually a good couple.
Yeah, but
that-
what if you got
watched.
the question of name a
Yeah, but
romance
like,
anime?
but you
And
also,
picked
yeah, but
Horimiya.
you also watched more romance animes where I thought you'd pick something else.
No, none of
Especially-
that are
you
Horimiya.
just made the statement of like, let's make it hard so people good answers, and you
Yeah,
pick the
I
most
know,
popular
I know.
one.
This is what I'm thinking.
No,
That's what I'm
yeah,
thinking.
but like it's 'cause
he's
the question-
snaking his
no,
way
but
through
the
the
question-
grass.
You actually think?
But
Yeah.
what was the question?
I know.
Guys,
I can't read this.
What was the
towel.
question? What was the question?
The best couple, right?
Wasn't it the best?
Yeah.
So
Now, what was the question?
Maybe-
you know,
maybe
you
let me
know,
finish.
you know what was the question.
Why
right?
is he speaking so much,
Why is he
Rafa?
asking us what the question was?
No, but what I was maybe let me finish. So if it's the best, why would I pick something that's ambiguous? I'll just say what I think is the
but
best.
it's
couple.
not ambiguous.
No, but we just agreed we weren't gonna do that because my favorite was Rengoku last round. We had this conversation.
All right, let's.
Yeah, I know, but I think Horimiya was an overall.
Man,
enough.
the thing is, I feel like you picked that because you knew I would have picked.
Let's go for an answer. Let's go for an
I
answer.
think so. Yeah.
Answer time.
I'm
So,
going with Danny.
Are you serious,
So-
bro? You guys.
I'm going with Danny as well.
I'm not the imposter. I'll go fucking Thiago because he's speaking too much. It's one of them, regardless.
Rafa was imposter.
Told you, bro.
Rafa
genuinely
had
what we're talking
anime
about.
with the best romance.
Best couple and best romance, the same thing.
That's the same thing.
No, I prefer Horimi actually.
Well, I can if I make them slightly too
No,
different,
but
then this guy
that's
says
the
fuck.
exact. If you have the best couple, you have the best.
Not
romance.
necessarily.
No,
actually.
not necessarily.
For example,
Wait, how can you have the
good
best
couple.
couple without the
no,
best
for example,
romance?
you could have gone out. You could have had like David and Lucy and stuff like that.
That's best couple and
But
best romance.
it's the same thing. To me, an anime with the best couple is going to be the anime with the best romance.
Because you're not a couple if you don't have good romance.
Not really.
You're friends.
Not really.
Not really. How are you gonna be a good couple when you don't have
Like
good
for
romance?
example, you could say I don't know. Let me think of like for example, an anime that could be nothing
You know, I was
about
joking when I said to give us all the same question.
Like-
You know, that's a joke.
an anime with nothing related to romance could have a couple that you really like.
But then
And
they have
the
romance.
question is
Like
legit
David and
the
Lucy,
same.
it's not a romance anime.
for example,
they have great romance.
to me, David and Lucy, best couple. Anime with the best romance, I'd say My Dress
You,
Up
you,
Darling.
shouldn't.
How?
It would have been
Because they display
What?
romance so much
No,
better.
what,
They
taking him
don't.
to the moon and shit like that. You're saying that's worse romance than them getting dressed up.
And him never using the word beautiful,
but-
he uses
but
it with
that's-
her.
that's not
true. But it's not better than
But that's what I mean. There is a difference.
It's probably better.
No, it's not a
romance, though.
difference.
No, it's not.
It might just be Darwin. Then
No,
Cyberpunk.
then Cyberpunk.
Yeah, the romance
No,
aspect to it. Yes.
no, like it's pretty much
Would
the
you
same
not agree?
stuff.
No.
We're
Like,
pretty
it's the
much
same
having-
thing.
It's pretty much the same question,
I
bro.
don't think it
The
is.
next one.
Next one, mate. So far we've had 2 short questions and one that he gave us all the same question.
I actually think I played that incredibly well, guys.
I presume he
Okay,
was still.
this could be good.
Okay.
Like even if it was an opposite thing, kind of like we had on the first one, it could. Like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. To be fair.
All right. So 10 seconds, and we go for answers.
I'm gonna go with the portal. Portal. You.
That's what I was gonna go.
Well, you guys can change your fucking answers. What is this?
Well, I'm gonna change it now because you just went for the same answer that I was gonna go.
Yeah, if
We're
everyone-
all gonna say Portal.
I was just going to go for Kurogiri.
yeah.
Okay, well, I say we can't repeat the same answer. Well, no, I got
No, I gotta spend some time thinking.
Should I change my answer? I'll stick with portal, I guess.
I don't know.
Wait, how do we all
It's the
think?
same question again,
How-
bro.
No,
Then
no,
this is
oh my
the
god,
same
it has to be. We all thought the exact same character. It has to be just a difference in the
In one
adjective.
word, bro.
In the adjective. It is, isn't it? It's. Oh no, actually, I'm gonna guess it's best and useful. That's
No.
what you
Or
use.
best and good or some shit like that. What was the questions?
It's one is
Just say the question that you would have said regardless, and then the imposter could know the difference.
okay. Which superpower of MHA would you want to have if you lived in that world?
Yeah, what did
Yeah,
you
I
guys
had that
get?
question.
What's the best?
You said what's the best superpower?
Yeah, what's the best superpower of MHA?
That is not the portal, mate. That's probably Bakugo's.
Okay, so it was a fair question then.
Yeah, but like to be fair, like,
No, but what best
Well,
power in what sense? To
Yeah.
have?
Yeah, that's what I assumed. He didn't give me context. He
What's
didn't-
the best power
I
in what
kind of
sense?
meant to like the best, like the strongest, like the best.
What
But
did you
you
say? The
didn't say the
strongest. You didn't say the
strongest.
Guess we're cutting this out.
it's funny that everyone with fucking portal you.
Jesus.
I was gonna say Bakugo, but like that would have been so bait, so I just went like
I mean,
portal.
also
no, but
having
Bakugo is
explosions-
not.
no, to
like
have
the
in
most
that world,
useful.
in that world.
Oh,
Just fucking
no, but yeah, it's not like.
Al Qaeda every building, mate.
It's not like having just exploded. Like I'd rather just be able to teleport. From
Teleport, yeah.
That's why
Okay.
we all went Portal guy.
It's fucking hilarious.
Because we're all lazy fat chuds.
I just want to be able
You can teleport the bowl of Cheetos at each
I want to go Domino's quickly without getting up, bro.
Putting that back in.
I'm not teleporting in that back end. I'm pretty sure his power also didn't work like that. It was like bigger portals.
And he just made portals. He was also kind of.
Mineta. Sticky balls.
If he was, what's the best power, or what's the let's say that was the same question, and then the imposter question was like, what's the worst power? That would have been good.
The most useful and the worst.
Yeah, something like that. Because then, Mike, you would have said.
I don't even know. Like the way his thought process was good, but he should have written like, "What's the strongest power in MHA?" And then to you, what's the most useful power in real life? That would have been good.
That would have been
because
good.
then I would have said something like,
write that shit down when we
like Endeavor or something like no, because I would have said something like All for One.
Yeah, I mean that could be
No, if
pretty
it's
useful.
about
Alright,
fucking coming
alright.
in real life.
Alright.
Exactly.
The
So
new ones have been sent.
Different questions or
Different questions. All right, let's go. Answers. Let's start from here now.
Sure, I'll go fucking Uyui.
I'm gonna go Takaba.
I'm gonna go Ghetto.
Hmm.
Okay, no, this is actually wait Takaba.
Yeah.
Is that the guy that made Panda?
No.
No, isn't it the comedy guy?
Yeah.
Comedy guy. They have similar names.
Are you gonna say the?
The question. Yeah.
Ooh, this is actually no.
Well,
It's a
I
good
think.
It might be that it's the same question.
Well, no. Like,
You better know, bro.
Yeah.
Crash out.
The question was the most boring character of JJK.
Yeah, so I'm
There's
not
an
the
argument
imposter.
to be made. There's an argument to be
for
made.
Suguru Ghetto.
Takaba is not boring. I think he does.
I hate that. I thought it was so boring his fight with Kenjaku.
No, yeah, I
The,
don't like
the
that.
panels, endless panels
Uyui
of the
boring?
bullshit comedy.
How is Uyui boring?
Because he is just all about the fucking
Yeah,
female, bro.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I understand why you picked Uyui. Why did you pick Ghetto?
Well, just because like he barely has any screen time. He barely shows up.
Barely any screen time. JJK Zero is pretty much just about him. And
Yeah,
Gojo.
I'm talking just about like he barely shows up.
Yeah, what about the whole prequel?
That's JJK Zero.
No, and
That's
also
JJK.
the season 2, part 1, with Gojo and
Yeah.
Ghetto and the plasma vessel.
Star Plasma. Isn't that JJK? No, yeah.
No.
Ghetto doesn't
Just
show up. He doesn't
K0.
show up there.
It does
He
show
literally
up.
does.
So, and then his
honestly-
body
honestly,
becomes
guys-
Kenjaku.
honestly,
Some
guys-
would say he's a critical player
Honestly,
of
guys,
JJK.
this is not even Pedro's fault. I answered the question wrong. Honestly, that's
Bro,
not me.
try and guess what his question was. So,
fucking-
what you saying the Ghetto shows up a lot, right, on the show? His question was, give me a side character like someone with not much screen time of JJK. Brother, this guy said Ghetto on my hard dropped. I was like, what the fuck is this all about?
That's not me, guys. That is not me.
Give me a side character, like someone.
Stop making him the imposter. Every time you make him the imposter.
Jesus,
Pick
bro.
someone else.
That is
By
not
the
me,
way,
guys.
you can't pick me as next imposter because I didn't know. Because I haven't been imposter, so they're gonna be like, he's imposter.
Pick me again.
But
is
yeah,
not
so
me.
the whole thing is like not making it too bait. Because I was gonna go with Miwa at first.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Honestly,
At least she serves a purpose.
Well, honestly, I thought I wasn't going to be
But
imposter
yes, the
again.
problem is like name the better character of all time.
So I was like,
Yeah, but that's not how you play the game. To be fair.
yeah, but Ghetto, I forgot that the GGK season.
Also,
Phones on.
no one's on their phone.
I forgot the whole.
So
plasma
not
vessel.
only were you smart, Mike, when we picked someone more ambiguous, you also didn't even answer the question.
Pick a side character, Ghetto.
Because I just thought of the film. I forgot the season.
Even with the film.
Yeah, but he doesn't
His
show much
body's
there.
Kenjaku.
Yeah, but I was going to make the argument that he's not Kenjaku, so it's a smart answer. But I was imposter. I was going to
I
go.
thought he has more screen time than fucking Panda.
Yeah.
I was going
Actually,
to
I
say
don't
Panda,
know.
to be fair. I was going to say Panda.
He appears in module technically, so that gives him a lot of fucking manga time.
Okay, so you can look at your phones. This is next one.
All right, let's make sure, guys. That one wasn't on Pedro.
Maybe this is the one.
I forgot her name, but the Hokage, the bitch was Hokage after the grandpa died. The granddaughter, I forgot her name. Bless my soul.
I'm gonna.
What? Who are you talking about?
Big titted woman.
I was gonna go Ray from
Shadowlands.
Promise Neverland.
I was gonna go with like Moyo, his wife.
It's just a thing that I find attractive, and I
just
picked
did
the child.
The question is who hottest character in anime? What's the film?
I was thinking about going with
For
the
your
child,
safety, you have to be the one that's the imposter, brother.
No, make an argument for your choice.
Make an argument. You've got to try.
He's really,
You gotta
Ray's a
try-
bloke.
Yeah,
You got to try and convince them.
yeah.
I mean, how is that ambiguous at all? Like, how are you trying to hit the middle jackpot?
Well, we don't know what his question was.
Hottest character in anime.
Was that his question? Is that the imposter? I'll be honest, if Danny was the imposter, this would be a huge fucking clue for
We
me.
have to actually cut that out regardless.
Well, I mean, who would decide who's the
Well,
imposter?
You thought Ray was the hottest character in anime.
well, I'm thinking like as a future possibility. Thing.
Future investment.
By the way,
What could possibly be the question that you're like, this is the best answer for this?
He probably just said name a kid.
Because that's too obvious. Where you couldn't have got more ambiguous than a child.
Well, yeah, what kind of question did you have?
I was very strict in my answer, by the way.
What was his question?
Favorite character from everyone.
I was set up.
Yeah, bro, you're probably setting it up to name a child.
Yeah, this was supposed to be the only one that was quick, that was funny. But apparently every single one was
You have
quick.
another one, or?
Yeah, I've got another one.
We haven't actually played. I was going to say the girl that plays board games with Meryl.
That's so child.
Jobless reincarnation.
I'm having AUT.
I'll have free run. Okay, it's not Thiago.
So the
it's
title,
the same question.
the title was best
Title.
world building in anime.
Like, I do think Thiago has said jobless reincarnation before for that specifically.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with yours. I know you to pick that.
Who would you said for then? If you don't think it's jobless reincarnation.
Best world building.
Yeah.
AUT is better than fucking
I
Jobs.
thought I'd cut him there because you'd be like, oh, this, and I'm like, there you go, I caught you.
Kill yourself.
Chill, bro. What are you talking about?
No, but
Do you genuinely not think AUT is?
no, genuinely. Like, so the thing is,
No!
Wait, for real? You don't
World building, no.
look,
Are we?
They've all introduced the world
Jack.
last season.
He's a fucking
Yeah, he's
imposter.
an imposter. Look at him.
because I thought jobless reincarnation, but then I was
Wait,
like,
what did you say?
free run.
Okay, free run. What
It's
this?
not bad.
It's not bad now, but
What?
like
Well, I wasn't gonna go jobless reincarnation.
every town looks the same, just in a different season.
World building is not about how the town looks.
You do know world building is to do with how the world is set up.
Yeah.
I think free runs.
Jojo's reincarnation has each city has a different civilization, has different creatures that live in it.
Yeah, jobless reincarnation. No,
It's
I
not
don't.
bad,
I don't
but-
disagree. Jobless reincarnation
Right.
is the shout. I thought jobless reincarnation. I just
Do
didn't
you
pick
think it's
it.
better than AUT?
Yeah, I think it might be even
What?
better than free run. To be fair.
I think the whole thing with Morrowind's like that's better world building than you. Maybe we just disagree.
it's
Well, I think
good,
it's
but
probably
I feel
morally,
like
like,
maybe
I don't think-
I don't know. AUT is a good pick as well. I feel like we all have the same question.
Bro, I'll delete myself if that's okay.
Which one has the building
By
of
the
the
way, I'm
wall?
making a second one while we're talking. You keep looking
This guy just smiling at me. Just give up.
He's got jolly, bro.
I don't know. This is actually a tough one though. And the thing is,
Okay, I think we should go around and say why we picked up.
no, it's not Thiago.
Yeah.
It makes like why would you pick Freeman? Like,
honestly,
how do you see world building in the
I
first
thought-
one?
the thing is, he's making this hard because he knows I'm gonna stutter. Because that's what I would do if I was the imposter. I know it's not Thiago because he would have said jobless reincarnation even if we asked that question outside of this game.
I agree.
I thought jobless reincarnation, but then I was like, I don't want to make it too bait, so I went free run. It's on my mind right now. B, couldn't think of anything else. And see,
I was like reviewing this
free
right.
run, like because I don't know, I just like the world building of free run because it's the classical fucking like magic like
It's
night
not
world.
bad, but you're saying like someone asks you for your favorite world building in anime.
Free run's up there.
Your first
Yeah,
mind is
I
free
thought
run.
You
AOT
don't think
is well, to be
Cyberpunk has a better world building than AUT?
No.
No.
I don't think so. To be fair,
What?
I thought AUT as well. So AUT is
Cyberpunk's
also
world
there,
building
up
isn't
there
even
for
that
me.
good. It's
Like,
okay.
I mean, the question is going to be similar. Let's be honest. But that I thought AUT. I thought both of your options. Then
I just like free run is not a bad answer, but like you're
It's not a
saying,
good one either.
you're saying
Don't say.
you ask Rafa best world building and hit the first thing comes to mind is free run.
well, I just couldn't think of
When
much
you didn't
more.
even like season one, maybe you love season two.
No,
and that's
I
like
liked
it.
season one.
Yeah, no, but like
I
it
give
wasn't,
like a
it wasn't 9 or 10.
I would understand free run way more than
Yeah,
AT.
you're just saying fucking-
world building does not make a show.
No,
Also,
I know.
No, I understand AOT as much a free run, if not more, but I know he's impossible.
Yeah, but-
I know
but I
you
just-
are right. That's it.
But I just didn't. I don't think free run
We're
would come
just
to your mind.
making time for
Yeah,
it.
I'm making time to think of something
I
else.
just don't think
Sorry.
free run would come to your mind. I'll be honest.
Okay.
I think you'd say something else before you'd say free run,
Like what?
like AT.
I thought of AOT. But I thought free
you
run was...
spend most of the time inside, most of the show
No,
inside
but
the
maybe...
walls.
to be fair, I think I
First of
picked-
all, what the fuck does that have to do with anything?
It
It doesn't
means-
matter how long they take to set up the world build. They still set it up. You fat chud.
Actually, probably Hunter x Hunter is probably better than free run, to be fair. Now I'm thinking
Yeah,
about
Hunter
it.
x Hunter's
The thing
more-
is,
it's
I
def-
thought...
it's definitely better.
I could-
Than
the
free
thing
run.
is...
Yeah.
I was just thinking...
I don't think it's better than
I
free
was
run.
World
just thinking-
building, yeah.
The shit that was coming to my mind was shit that we're going to review soon.
Maybe.
Tend to watch that when it
They're
comes
all
out.
very good at world building, to be honest.
So that's the reason. Honestly, that's the reason why I thought of free run.
Why are you hating so much of AT on world building?
Also, I like free run because I like the magic world. So I'm like
But this guy's fucking
There's
hating
not
on
a
AT
world.
because of the world building.
Yeah, I
It's
know,
very
it-
world
it-
building.
It doesn't really have
Like
good
Jack-
world
Jack-
What are
building.
you talking? Do you hear this guy?
Yeah.
Wait, outside this game, do you fucking hear this guy?
No, I fucking disagree. I think AOT is a shout as
This
well.
guy's a chud.
But yeah, I mean, you're the
I,
boss.
I would say 10 before I get to AOT.
10. Who?
10 animes before. That's
No,
just
I'm
not
joking.
true, bro.
Oh no. I would
with
say-
Morally, the Titans, parody, how they set up the world around that. Like that is all
It's
based
top
on the
10.
world
Maybe
that they live
bottom
in.
top 10, but it is top 10.
Yes, you think so?
Probably.
No.
I mean, to be fair, there's not much more than Morrowind and Parody.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like,
No,
name me another place.
That's the two places they set up. Why? So you need multiple towns.
Jack,
Shield Hero is probably the best
name
fucking.
one town in Joba's Reincarnation.
I don't know the names, for example. I know, for example, the jungle with all the furry people. I know, like, the Nether. And even the Nether, there was, like, different
Joba's
civilizations.
Reincarnation is a good fucking
Sure.
show. I thought of it.
And, like, for example, the city in the north in the latest
It's
season.
definitely better than
But,
EOT.
no, but
so
AOT,
different.
like only because a place doesn't have like multiple fucking named areas is bad.
That has a world built,
Like more diversity.
I
to
don't
it.
think you know what
No.
world building is.
No, but no world.
because he's saying it needs to have fucking multiple cities
It
and
doesn't
towns,
have to be
bro.
worlds, but it needs
No,
to be
but
a
that-
fleshed
but-
out
no, but to be
world.
fair-
World, and it is a fresh
No,
out
but
world.
to be
If
fair-
your world is a space inside walls, you can't flesh that
no,
out.
but
it's
Danny,
not.
Danny, no, but
I
Danny,
forget you haven't
no,
watched it.
no, but Danny,
What
to
are
be
we
fair,
talking
like diversity, they need to expand on that. But diversity in places is that's why Freeland, for example, Freeland has so many different regions. That's why. It's
But the
also
whole
good.
thing of
But
like
they all look the
it's
same.
a lot of
Well,
wild
no,
areas
you
with
see
the
the region in
Titans.
the ice fucking region.
Yeah,
with the
exactly.
glowing
The
crystals.
season is the only thing that changes.
Yeah, no, I don't.
The locations feel
Of
very
what?
similar.
Freerun?
Yeah.
I know.
No, the locations do change.
like
a lot.
they're all
the
medieval
north,
towns.
The North Plateau now.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it feels the same.
No,
With
it
the
feels,
crystals.
it feels more grainy, slightly darker. You probably just
With
didn't
the
watch
snow.
your shit with your eyes closed. I do. No, Joba's Reincarnation is probably top 3, maybe top 1. Let's be honest.
Of world building, I disagree.
World
It's
building.
good.
We're talking about world building.
He said world building.
I said
before
world
me.
building.
Don't be a chud.
There'll be a chance.
No, but it's top
Sorry,
3.
guys.
It's top 3. I don't know about top 1. I'll have to think about it, but it's up
I
there.
mean, yeah, it's good. I
Hunter
don't
Hunter's a
know.
better pick than AOT and fucking
Yeah.
Freeland.
All right, let's
Disagree.
go with the decisions.
Oh yeah, man, I'm picking Danny. It's him.
I'm
I'm
back.
having this conversation for fun.
I'm picking Danny.
Danny was imposter.
I was imposter. I do think AT has better world building.
What was your question though?
It was the longest anime I've watched.
What? You know what? Good one.
That's actually
no,
not
that was
bad.
actually solid.
Yeah, it was actually
That's
solid.
actually
Yeah.
solid.
Fair play.
Fair
He
play.
only needed an hour break while we went to stand.
You only need to feel like
Well,
15
all I said I
hour
said,
break.
I haven't lied about anything I've said so far.
Do you think it... Okay, what about the
I
ones...
just think AT has great world building.
Yeah, I
do you
agree.
think it has better than Freerun? Or Jobless Reincarnation?
I think they're all good. They're all
Better
around
than
the same.
I would
Answer
say.
the question.
Why is this guy looking at me like an autistic fuck, bro? What do you
I
do?
would say it's maybe better than Freedom, but worse than Job Incarnation.
It's not better than Freerun.
Maybe on par. Maybe
Bro,
on
this
par,
guy's
maybe
just,
on par,
just
maybe on
hating on AT, bro.
I'm not hating on UT.
No, you just like
you're
kids.
just
You like
crazy.
kids. You genuinely just like kids. Dr. Sun is the best world building I've ever
par.
seen.
Oh, talk about Promise Everyone has decent world building.
Sure.
It's a lot of like woodland areas.
Do you have more?
Yeah, I've got
Dr.
one more.
Stone has better world building than UT,
No.
actually. Yeah.
Dr. Stone is just
It
jungle.
does.
Are you dead ass?
UT travels the world.
Isn't your whole point that it's
So,
always
you
the
know,
same
just because
biome?
he's traveling doesn't mean
You
that there has
stupid-
world
It means he
building.
goes to different
Fucking chud.
locations.
Are you genuinely don't know what world building is? World building is establishing what the world's about. For example, with AOT is a whole thing with Titans. You have Morally, you have Paradis.
That's not the world. That's
Dr.
just
Stone, that's
the
not the world.
specific of the location.
That is what's called
No,
world
it's
building.
the world
You're
building
setting
also-
up the
that's-
rules of the
no,
world.
That's a power set. That's not the rules
No,
of the
no,
world.
no,
Yes,
but
it is.
Yes, that's the rules of
but it also
Paradis.
it involves the lore of the world as well. Into the lore of the world is
He
world
thinks
building.
world building is cities.
No, it's not cities. It's how the world is
This guy
fleshed out.
goes Manchester and he thinks he knows world
Yeah.
building.
How?
Okay, give us the next one.
Next
I
one,
sent this message already.
Look at your phones.
Yeah.
W,
The guy, he
bro.
only needed a fucking 3-hour intermission.
He was asleep messing him
He
up.
sent me his cock and balls again.
Well, okay, you're not. Okay.
Right.
It's not it.
Let's-
It's not it, because I know what he's going to say. And you know what I'm going to say.
Well, who's starting?
It's not
No,
it.
Remember, you can lie if you want.
Let's not go first.
You can lie.
Yuji. Yuji. There you go.
It's him, bro. You can hear the pain in his voice.
Me.
Tiago.
It's not me. Also, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
no, it is Jack. Why the fuck would you pick Yuji if you have the same question as us, man?
Well, it was a question then.
Who is the biggest fraud of JJK?
It's not you. I thought it was you because you were smiling, being like, "Oh, I'm gonna, like, they're gonna pick." Like, I thought you knew.
Oh.
You stupid shit.
I think.
Oh, did you have like the best character in JJK? Was that it?
No.
Or the Mess MC? What's the Mess MC?
No.
What's him?
What did you have?
bro.
I had what's the MC of JJK?
It just gives him one option, man. What was that? Just gives
No,
him one.
that wasn't the question.
Well, it was pretty much.
What was your question?
I'm gonna
Who
read.
should be, can be the current one if you want, in your opinion, the true MC of JJK.
You're giving him one answer, bro.
You have a fluffy nut on your.
I thought you
On
cleaned
your
your mouth
pupil,
after I
dude.
was done with it. Why?
Oh my god.
You know you're supposed to be able to answer with more than one answer.
No, but to be fair, you know the pervert one. Yeah, he just sent me, just say Hisoka.
This guy's breaking the game.
He already said this for you, for me. I'm going to show you. He was just said.
I thought you were laughing because you saw the fraud in your mic. He's gonna go JJK because you looked at me. He's gonna go Yuji, I mean.
That was his contribution, that one.
I thought you had
Sure,
to look at me
it.
and started laughing because I thought you knew I was
No, I started laughing because it was like, well, there's one option.
Oh. For example, I just thought of one, to be fair.
AUT world building is crazy.
No, for example, like, you could ask someone, what's an anime in your top 10, and then the imposter would be like, what's the anime with best animation? That would be one, because you could have an argument for that.
I've got one.
You know about CDs?
Okay, lucky phones.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
What was the other word? I
It
can't
was
remember.
tape. It was tape my dick.
No. Can you see these nuts and tape up on your forehead or some shit? Wait, let's see
Lucky
these.
phones.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
You know what he did, right? No. Okay, I guess we're playing this then, because that is fucking is cool.
Okay.
Oh, but you know what it's gonna be now.
Well, now we don't know yet. He could have outsmarted us.
I did.
Did you actually?
But imposter, guys.
Okay.
Well, I guess you could have swapped them, and the one that I don't think.
I think I've got mine.
I got some.
Same.
Okay, let's start from you.
Fucking bulwark, man.
What's yours?
JJK.
Full Metal.
Okay. So, are we gonna...
What was the question?
What? To be fair, we still don't know. He could have just swapped them, and we don't know what the actual question for the imposter.
I still don't even know what's
he's
going
gonna
on.
say the question now, so we're gonna know.
Yeah, yes, sure.
Name an anime in your top 10.
Aren't all these animals
I guess
in our top
why
10?
it wasn't...
Bulwark's in my top 5.
When did you have the whole thing that you claimed that like Block wasn't because
No.
it was like it was all
No, he was talking about my hero.
No, and, no, the whole thing is that Bulwark wasn't in my
Okay,
top 5.
one of us got the
my
fucking
top 4.
animation. Let's be honest. One of us got who's best animation. Right?
Okay, but it can't be Danny though. He picked Bulwark.
He pulled Fullmetal, you put GGK, they're all anime.
No, but if what he's saying is true and he just copied what Rafa said, and then the other one who has best animation, it can't be you because you picked Bulwark.
Imagine
I don't understand.
imagine the imposter question is name an anime in your
I
top
generally
5.
don't understand. Aren't they all anime? Wait, if someone got the animation question, wouldn't they mention an animated show and not an anime?
They would have stuck to anime because they would have thought.
Wait, do we actually just have the same question? Just two of us have anime, the other one has animation?
Yes, he just swapped what I said around, bro.
Did you actually do that?
The thing is, Danny didn't realize that, which it must
Look,
be you.
I will say, I will
Danny didn't realize what the fuck.
Look,
we
I will-
pulled in
Well, to be
anime.
fair,
both questions are not the same, so one's different.
then what Rafa said.
Yes.
Oh.
He's lying. It's Thiago.
Got you there? So, no, it's probably like, who's your favorite animated fucking show?
No,
Who's your
the
favorite-
second question is actually different. It actually is
It
different.
is different, but it's different from what I
I
said.
actually don't know anymore.
No, it is different.
Well, okay. Why did you? What was the question you read out?
Top 10, right?
Top 10.
That's what even I don't know.
Yeah, top 10. Top 10.
Top 10.
What? Because I think that's the last part you changed.
Name an anime that is in your top 10.
Okay, why did you name Fullmetal? Was Fullmetal even in your top 10?
Yeah, I added it. It's on 7th.
You put your Well, it wasn't in the top 10 when we
did the
it, but that's
episode. Because I hadn't watched it yet.
Right.
I think I'm the one that's safest.
So-
Because I picked something that's not like...
Well, if
screwy.
Because Bulwark doesn't have good. It's known for having kind of mid-tier animation.
If the other one is animation, then it can't
Oh,
be.
I see what you guys mean now. It's in like good, well animated.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
see what
it's
you guys
him.
mean. I've been lost this whole time.
It's not me.
Because Danny didn't realize that up until this right moment, brother.
Yeah, I've been so lost. I'll be real.
There's no way he's like fucking making that
I
up.
was thinking, guys.
Right.
His question was to two of us top 10 animes, and then to one of us like top 10 like animation show.
So-
What, you think he's smart enough to
so-
this act on?
and I said, what?
Oh yeah, you guys know I'm safe then. No, yeah, that's what I said. So
it's you.
No, so it's you.
I'm only quacking it now.
Mate, come on, bro.
Because
Oh, for fuck's sake. You also went, to be fair, KJK has very good animation. That's a good pick.
Wait, so you would have had
Honestly, you know what I think he thought? I think he thought that two of us got the animation question, so he actually put an animation in his top 10.
Yeah, no, it's you, bro. Like, Rafa would say Full Metal for his best anime. And Full Metal doesn't even have crazy animation.
but he didn't have it in his top 10. It's not me.
Yeah, but he switched into it, bro. You can shout all you want.
I'm pretty sure I said on camera that Full Metal is not in my top 10.
Yeah, but why would he pick Full Metal for best animated?
Well,
No,
that was-
to be fair, it's not me.
I've
But I
already-
also knew the other question.
You know, I've already said that the second question's not that. I don't know. It's only at the top 10.
You're mine, bro. You're in charge.
But he's impossible.
Like, I also knew the other question, so I picked Full Metal because I could make arguments for both. But it's
Right.
not me. It's the
Well, would JJK be best animator of all time?
the new episode that had 9.9 higher.
I
than
know,
any
I
other.
know. Like it's arguably there, but like we're not over a movie.
We know you too well, bro. You stink of liar right now.
Okay.
And you never stick a shit.
You stink of liar, bro.
Okay, who is saying is imposter?
Should you go Rafa? Show up. Mini, bro. Bro, I feel like there's something fucks to go to my 5 minutes.
Who is saying is imposter?
It's Thiago, bro.
It's okay.
Wait, you actually think it's me?
Why you?
Well, it's not Danny. He was confused.
But I don't
why
think
said
you'd say Full
But I was
Metal.
the first one to say it was
No,
Danny.
you're saying he's at Full Metal for best animated. Like he's showing you a
I
child.
don't know. It's,
No, but you can lie.
maybe it was a thing that he was like, let me pick one that's like obscure
I-
or like
no,
arguable.
Yeah, but
I
there's
did
so
do
many
that.
other things.
No, I did
Because
do
like
that.
Full Metal does arguably have good animation.
I did do that.
Yeah, but like you wouldn't praise Full Metal on its animation. Like it's
Fair.
not compared to everything
It
else.
doesn't have bad animation, actually, no.
JJK has outstanding animation.
Obviously, I think JJK has better animation than Full Metal, but like Full
Mate,
Metal
I pick-
has insanely
But
good
I'm
animation.
telling you guys the truth. I picked one being
But,
able
like,
to make
I think-
arguments for both. I'm
I-
not lying. I picked one so I could make arguments for both because I knew both questions because I suggested them. Why would I tell? Okay, now this guy. Are we serious? Are we serious? But why would I tell the truth about that?
Wait, maybe check your phone. Maybe you have see if you're the imposter or not, bro.
Okay, see. What? No, but why would I?
Okay.
Why would I say that?
Both of you take a turn speaking to me about why you're not the imposter.
Okay, well, I knew what the questions were because I suggested them just
Everyone
now.
got the same kind of
Right? So I was like, oh, let me go into it. And then I was like, I was running through my top 10. I thought let me say Freeword again. But then I was like, that's not in my top 10. So I was like, yeah, well, if push comes to shove, because the thing is, he could have legit given the same questions in sense of like, because I said 2 animations, I think. So I was like, I could have been an imposter. So I was like, you know what, Full Metal, because I could make
That's
an
the
argument.
first thing you heard.
I could make an argument if push comes shove about the animation. It's not that good, yeah. In the sense of like, it's not better than what did
But
you
isn't that what you're doing right now?
No, because I won't say that if I was imposter genuinely.
Aren't you making an argument for both, right?
I mean,
No,
I mean,
no,
this is-
no, I'm not. I am making an argument.
If that's a shot.
I think
No,
I would-
okay, prove to me you're
I don't know. I just think like
You think top 10, he picks his first. Are we being fucking for real right now? Like, come on,
You're trying to be a bit ambiguous.
Like, I mean,
man.
the thing is, I realized what the questions were before he sent them. He realized it as soon as he saw it. So he picked his first
His
fucking
numero
one.
uno. You
Oh,
picked
he-
uno.
I didn't think about it. One, yeah, because he didn't pick the first one. He picked it accidentally.
no,
He said
like
JJK.
I feel like I know I picked this straight
So
away.
wait, so you read animation and you thought JJ?
No, exactly. Like if that was the case, like
So you read
I
animation.
think-
You read animation.
I think I would have picked the movie. I think a movie would have better animation than because he said that if he said anime in general, right? Then I don't
Everyone's
know.
thinking shows, mate. Don't lie.
Don't be frisky.
I don't know, brother. And I guess even the looks
Bro,
bait, but I
you're-
just didn't think
Bro,
of
you're
any.
a fat little brisket, bro.
Give me that
Just
brisket.
allow it, bro. Just
Give me
allow it.
those-
It's you.
Yeah, I'm voting Thiago. He's definitely being a brisket right now.
He
What-
stinks
what
of
we
fire.
voted?
It's Thiago, bro.
It's not me. I'm voting.
It was Rafa.
Really?
No, what?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. Even I was confused. I was like, did I read this shit?
Let's do one more.
As soon as I saw it, I was like,
I was like, really, it is me.
Final.
So
I could
wait,
tell,
What was
bro.
the other question?
Was the anime with best animation?
Yeah, I told you, bro.
we can finish here.
Thank you.